Hi guys, this is Egil Sandfeld. I'm sure you're wondering right now, what the heck is going on? Who's that monkey on the screen? Anyway, this is how I look. I recently bought a webcam, so yeah. Anyway, I thought I wanted to share a race I just did in the Skip Barber series, where I qualified in 4th position. Yeah, so let's see how it goes. It's 15 laps around this Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve, yeah. And we are off. So starting P4, I'm just trying to stick to the inside here of the turn 2, just to avoid any potential issues. And currently I'm on this inside here of Martin Asher, who qualified in third position, sorry. And I'm up into P3, so that's nice. Yeah, anyway, I bought a webcam. I wanted to try some stuff out, and you might see more of the monkey in the future. So I'm right up behind the tail of, I think his name is Stefan. Actually, I raced, yeah, Stefan here. And it's Daniel Schön in front. So here I'm gaining a lot on him. But I'm kind of, yeah, stepping it down, releasing the throttle here. It was very early in the race, and I wanted to see how they did here on the track before trying to overtake them. So yeah, almost outbraking myself there, even though I actually tried to brake a bit conservative. So now you can see after the first lap that top 4 is kind of creating a gap down to Pierre Bourdon in the haunted colored Skivvy. I got a bad exit there. So now it's my turn to go defensive, coming into turn 3, I believe it is. And I must say, the combination here with Skip Barbers on Montreal is really, really good. I really enjoyed this combination. So you might have seen my last video, a race I did in the Ford GT at Sebring, and I think it was a Sunday, the first Sunday after this. Oh, here you see Martin going on the inside, and I had to give him some room here. So yeah, he's back into 3rd position. I already sensed here that he was going to be quicker than me anyway, so yeah, I'm trying just to get some draft out of him, catch back up to Stefan running in 2nd. But anyway, I did this for GT race, and then I did or tried at least to do a 3-hour race at Bathurst, also in the Ford GT. And that's where it hit me that I am done running new tire model 4 cars. Or at least I'm trying to avoid them as much as possible. New tire model 5 is the thing. It's finally the sensation and the feeling that you are connected to the road with rubber tires, and going from this Skip Barber car, which has the newest tire model, going back to, let's say, a Ford GT, it's just not the same, and it's really disappointing. let's try to go on board here. Not like this, like this. I ran the 3-hour race. Everything went smooth. For the first 1.5 hours. There was a very, very strong wind, which meant that coming up from the mountain and starting to go downhill at Bathurst meant the rear was very, very loose. So, and I didn't really dial it out before the race, because we only had 40 minutes to warm up in the conditions that were set. So yeah, I lost it. I lost it with about an hour to go, I think, and it was so irritating. I was running my own pace, everything was running okay, and then I just lost a little bit of grip, and it was just enough to loosen the back end so much that it would counterbalance or shift the weight balance to the other side, which meant that it tank slapped, and I ran about 200 kilometers per hour just after McPhillamy Park, just before the skyline, and yeah, it basically just tank slapped into the left. So I crashed the car, and I crashed it really hard. So I lost about 20 minutes of repairs. And before that race, I did some laps in the Skip Barber as well. And the thing with the new tire model is that you are able to save your loss of grip situations. When you go over that cliff of running grip, and then losing grip, it's just like the amount of grip after this point on the new tire model 4, it's just a too big cliff compared to the newest tire model. So I guess that was the situation. That incident was where I discovered that I'm done with these insane incidents due to the lack of the lack in the tire model. So what I'm actually doing this round, this season, I thought coming into this season that I was going to do a full season in the Ford GT, but that's just not going to happen. I am only running new tire model 5 cars because that's really fun. You can really perform well in them. I find myself in a good position in them, all of them. So anyway, back to this race. We are on lap 5. Let's just see. This is third position, second and first. So these two guys are battling it out. It looks like Martin here. He's lifting. Looks like he's going to take it. Yeah, now Stefan here is losing it. Nice. So their battle meant that I just gained about, I think a second or so, at least to Stefan. So it's now about 2.3 seconds. So it's just push. by the way, Dr. Pepper. It's not something I normally drink, but once in a while it's kind of good. So yeah, I'm done with the GT cars for now. Yesterday, iRacing released a video trailer, including some shots of the new rough. I believe it's the rough Cup version coming out, to be scheduled to come out before New Year's Eve. I'm really hoping that's the case, as all in all, I really enjoy racing this Skip Barber car. It's a good beginner's car, but yeah, GT racing is where I belong. I just feel that's the area, that's the people I want to be around. It's fun to drive this Skip Barber, but it's really fragile. It takes nothing to damage this car. And the two races prior to this one, I actually had basically the same incident twice, coming into this hairpin. And yeah, I'm braking really late, so I get kind of a point and shoot line, a more straight line than others on the exit, and that means I'm going really slow at around the apex. So while other cars are running a wider corner, you could say, they're carrying more speed near the apex. So I think that's the cause of me being rammed on the right rear twice, and totally bending the right rear. So both times I had to go into the pits and get the fast repair. So that was the loss of many positions. So let's see how it goes up ahead. Yeah, Stefan is kind of falling behind. Well, he's not falling behind, it's just Martin who's extremely good. I ran a couple of seasons in the Skip Barber in 2011, where I started my iRacing career. And yeah, it was a fun car, so it's kind of nice to go back to the roots and continue racing on a new level, in the top splits and everything. That's really great. There we go. Yeah, lap 7 out of lap 15. It's really fun to learn how to adjust for driving this car compared to the Corvette, for example. In the Corvette I actually never trail brake. Trail braking is how I see it, is that you carry your brake into the corner, which means the weight is shifted towards the front tires, so that you kind of get a forward leaned pivot, so the car actually rotates quicker. It's more dangerous, but it's quicker. I never really have done that in the Corvette, whereas in this car you just have to do it, or you'll be a second slower than everybody else. So Yeah, I see why it's a great training tool, a great school car, because you'll learn that. And I'm actually a terrible driver. So, Stefan is starting to make mistakes now. I gained about a second on him in that chicane because he made a mistake. So now I'm about 1.5 seconds behind him. And I think, at least here on the back straight, you'll start to get something from the draft when there's about 1.5 seconds to the next guy. Great. It's a fun camera point where you can see the suspension really working. And sometimes it's good to have these cameras, because normally when you run on the tracks, at least I feel that they're just smooth all around, but when you then go and see how the suspension really adjusts itself all the way, all the time, you really notice how many bumps there are on these tracks. And this is even a real racing circuit. Guess I should do this camera on Bathurst or Sebring. Oh, yeah, he kind of lost it there as well. So now I am totally behind him. This will be fun. Yeah. One thing I kind of learned recently is when you are in front of somebody else, you can do a defensive move coming out of the corner, where when you are almost done turning, you can just wait just a split second or two with applying throttle, because that forces the guy behind to wait even more, so he thinks that you are in trouble, kind of sliding or something like that, so he steps way off the throttle. So that actually means that you are losing time to the guys ahead of you, but you are actually gaining more time on the guy behind. So if you are too much behind anyone else and you have a guy just behind you, it's a kind of a dirty move, but it's doable, and it's something you maybe have to do someday. Anyway, I just saw Stefan here. I don't know if he did it to me, but he could have done it. So I'm getting a great exit here compared to him. He's starting to slide all over. Maybe he kicked his tires. I'm realizing I'm on the outside, so I'm just lifting. Trying to set up for the next corner here, or on the back straight, the long straight. Last time I talked about my new device, the Track IR, and since then I've been running it ever since. It's really become natural. I've adjusted it so that I have a dead zone, so I can actually do kind of like this movement without anything happening on the screen. Oh yeah, just getting back to this. You see, I just did this one just because I wanted to look to the right. That's my left on the screen. Sorry. Ugh, locked my tires there. I've been in enough trouble already. Yeah, this is great. It's been a while since any car have put a smile on my face, but the Ford GT did until I discovered the new tire model 5. And yeah, I've been running the Skibaba since that. It's funny with the car's tire sounds. It sounds like it's sliding all over, and maybe it is, but I think the tire sounds are a bit exaggerated. So we are on lap 11 out of 15, coming on to 12, so that means we have 12, 13, 14, 15. 4 laps to go next time by. So we are kind of equal in pace, although I'm just a little bit quicker. But when I do overtake him, he will just get my draft. Sorry. He'll just get my draft, and he will overtake me on the back straight. So it's kind of tactic going on here, trying to brake as late as possible. Going on the outside here, I'm having I thought I had a better speed, but I guess not. Oh yeah, let's do this. The nose cam. That's also great. Oh yeah. It's happening. Yeah, it's happening. I'm quicker than him. Yeah, just managed to squeeze in. Oh, I never noticed that. Yeah, it looks like his rear right is a bit bent. Defending on the inside. And he comes back now. Yep. So yeah, he got a bit better exit. What about here? I had to yield, and I lost some ground here. Damn! But it was a good battle though. So at least 1 second up to him now. We are on to lap 13. I got 3 laps to go. It's hot, but the race is not over yet. That looks about right. So yeah, and another thing, actually, I'm up into 3rd position at the moment because Martin Asher had a contact with a lap car, and yeah, when you are being lapped, just step aside, please. You are not racing us anymore. So just stepping aside, losing half a second, doesn't really mean that much to you, but it really means a lot to us, overtaking you as a lap car. Please, So, due to the draft, I am up back behind him again, and I think he did that thing now I talked about, where he just waited just a little bit before going back onto the throttle. So I lost about 0.4 of a second, maybe. Yep. I had too much speed. Damn. Had way too much speed coming into the corner. Unfortunately. So, what that means is Martin Escher is behind me right now. He's quicker than me, so he's obviously going to overtake me within 2 laps. And Pierre Badon is ahead of me about 1 second. So now it's just it's just go go go, because currently I'm in 4th position. That's where I started. It's okay to finish in 4th position. However, we have this guy behind us and he is going to overtake me. There's not much I can do about it. So yeah, I had to let this guy by, though not here. And I'm closing in on Pierre here, so that's a lot of things going on. And yeah, I'm trying to take the outside here, trying to just do something, see how it goes, get a better exit here, so I'm still alongside Martin. We get a great exit. We have so much more speed than Pierre here, so I'm closing in, just following Martin here, and I see that Pierre is just a little bit conservative. So yeah, I take the chance, try to outbrake him, and it worked. Fortunately, he saw me. He told me afterwards that he didn't expect me there. Whew, so last lap. What an intense race already. Yeah, this is good racing. This is why I race in iRacing. You don't get the same sensation with AIs, simply. And since I don't have an enormous amount of time to do sim racing, yeah, I am going to buy Assetto Corsa when it's finished, just to support them. I am going to run it to just get some nice tire grip feeling and do a drift in a BMW and stuff like that. But I guess yeah, for now at least, I'm stuck with the iRacing, because those situations, like this race here, I had intense drama in the beginning with Martin, first overtaking him, then being overtaken, and secondly overtaking Stefan, being overtaken by him, and then losing positions, regaining positions. Yeah, it's wonderful. It's so great, and I really felt the rush after this race, and I'm still rushed up about it. So Yeah, I finished in 4th position, and yeah, look at it. Top 4 had a lot of interaction, mixing positions, and we actually end up in 4th position as well. So yeah, what a coincidence. I guess that's fair enough. Um, you get what you qualify. So yeah. Anyway, that was my first video with the webcam. I'm sure there is a lot of stuff to come with it. I'm just going to warn you that it might be only in the Skip Barber or something like that for the rest of this season until the rough cup gets here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and leave a comment, subscribe to me if you want, and I'll see you next time.